there, this is Chris, and you're listening to the Strings of Fate podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope you enjoy the show.
All of you have spent the night poring through the books in Valentina's study, while Lidara, you've begun cracking into the numerous pages of adventure that your mother's left you. The night is still in the Thorn manor, each of you with ears still ringing with revelations the past day has given. Azzurum, every answer given seems only to raise more questions. Your father, Adelaide, her family, a family, well, at least the closest thing you've felt to one in a long time. And trying to look through these dull textbooks on Valentina's shelf, trying to find any semblance of relevant information to your current situation, you can't help but let your mind wander a bit. And soon, you're sat in a humble cottage, the evening sun pouring through the windows, and before you a home-cooked and hearty vegan meal is placed with a smile. You're younger, not older than like 15 or so. Your hands are calloused, a bit of soot smudged on your brow, and there's a proud sense of accomplishment in your heart. Eat up, Azzurum. You've done good work today. You made something today. What did you make?
I made a dagger.
And there it is, sat on the table in front of you. You don't want to take your eyes off of it. Your father walks across and sits down his own plate. He smiles, he picks up the dagger and just sort of looks it over again. That pride across his face as he just sees every detail. He says, well, you could display it, or, well, I could get it wrapped, and then you could use it for yourself, if you'd like.
I can keep it? I can, have it?
Yes, you can have it. It's about time that you learn to, swing a dagger just in case.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a lot of fun.
It's a lot of responsibility, though, holding a weapon like this. Holding any weapon, in all honesty.
I mean, yeah, I get that. But I grab it, try to, twirl it, flip it or something, and then I drop it on the table.
It kind of hits the floor. There's a moment of panic as the fine work you've done to perfect it. Elliot kind of he stands up, sort of picks it up, and puts it in front of you and says, first of all, be careful. Don't want to put your eye out or anything. Second of all, I'm happy you're excited, but you have to understand. We forge weapons. It's our business. But what we choose to do with our work, that's what matters. He takes the dagger and puts it in your hands. He says, this, for instance, it might just seem like a knife or something that's dangerous, that is, could hurt somebody. Or it could just be a nice reminder of a good work that you've done. Something that you hopefully never have to use in the capacity to hurt somebody. Hell, you could even use it to do mundane things that are fun. Slice bread, he says as he takes a little piece and does just kind of cuts it through. And as he does, he's like, damn, that's sharp.
Slicing bread is boring. I want to go save lives. I want to be like an adventurer. I want to run out and save the world,
He thinks for a second. He says, that's a good purpose. And I think you can do that, he says as he places hilt of the dagger into your hand, and he says, "You've done good work, and you're going to do good work." He smiles as he looks. Just don't ever forget that purpose. Don't ever forget what these are for. If they're for saving the world, use them to save the world. He smiles at you, and in a moment you are back in the bedroom. That strong cinnamon smell still there, as you have realized that you've thumbed through a book and have not read the past 10 or 15 pages. The rest of you, what are you doing?
Probably still reading. She would probably try to read everything about the herb. She would go to that. She would flip to that section.
Sure. There would definitely be enough. You don't have to do a notebook check for this one. Making your way through, it's a tense amount of information in this notebook. But there's a page that is titled The Ash Root. It's a strange flower that blossoms outward in almost a crooked sense, the petals itself, at different levels of asymmetry, if that makes sense. It's not like a regular, beautiful, blooming flower. It looks almost wrong, in a way. And you read it, and you read your mother's experience, the excited pages, and you catch a couple things. She talks about how we tried using it in a dish. That didn't work out very well for us, but made us all a bit sick to our stomachs, though something strange we noticed is we're hoping that it doesn't leave any side effects. Basically, this first encounter with it, and then further notes that go forward talking about how my guide wasn't able to call on their tracking abilities after consuming the meal, which is interesting. It took a couple hours for them to come back. I don't know fully what the effects of this are, but I have a hunch. Continuing onward, in terms of more data-wise, what are you looking for? Like, what information are you looking for?
She would be looking for mainly like what it's used for.
The further you get into it, you realize that these notes are more and more extended. You see that your mother, seeing the effects of this, took some for herself, started to experiment slightly in small doses with any traveling companions or people that she would meet along the way, eventually until she confirms, I've done enough tests to discover that the ash root has some sort of suppressing quality when it comes to the innate magic within somebody. Magic itself is a tricky study right now, but most scholars would point to magic being somehow a part of an innate trait in somebody, something that has to do with their biology or their anatomy, something along those lines. This root, it seems to suppress that. I've done my own tests on a few people, mostly sovereignty nobles who are being a bit rude and maybe need a bit of their magic stripped away in order to humble them, but other than that, the effects don't seem permanent in small doses. It seems like it's a long time that the petals seem to work, though I don't know what consuming this in larger doses would befall. She continues on like this, basically confirming that the ash root, this fruit, is meant to suppress one's innate magic ability. It seems she was using it for mostly playful purposes, but also she may not have realized what she got her hands on.
I know what the root is for, everyone.
What is it?
Root?
The flower. The
flower.
The
the
smell.
smell.
The smell. It's a flower. Like I
Smells
told you, the
kinda bad.
herb. Yes, it smells bad.
Really bad.
It suppresses magic.
Oh, get that shit away from me.
Yeah, no, that sucks.
Yeah, that like totally blows.
That blows super hard.
It suppresses magic.
Interesting.
So does that mean your sister was? I won't bring it up. Never mind. It's, don't want to pry.
Guess so.
It would explain why they had it on them at all over that church.
I don't understand. We're not a magical family.
Or so you
As
thought.
far as you know.
I guess so.
You can do some casting, Lidara. Where does that come from? Does that come from your bloodline, or did you learn that somewhere?
No, I learned that from some friends a while ago, but I didn't know.
Maybe your sister was just born with the gift.
I guess so. I don't know where that came from, but I guess she does have magic.
She could just cast I mean, every single one of us can learn how to do magic. It's hard, but
Yeah.
like, everybody can do it. It's just some people have it
I guess
naturally.
she was born with it because we've been doing it since forever.
The root.
The root.
So we should
How-
definitely stay away from that stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think is she on her own now? Do you think she keeps up with it?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean,
How did you get separated?
well, we were traveling and I was young. We were both very young. We ended up in this city where I was going to get this herb for her.
Mm.
We always went to the same woman. That was where my mother got it from. That's how I knew where to go to get it. So when it was just the two of us, we traveled on our way. And when we got there, the old lady, she somehow convinced me to let her stay with her. She told me that she would be safer with her.
What city was that?
In Gala.
And how long ago was that?
It was when I was about 9.
I see. So she's all grown now.
Yeah. I haven't seen her since.
I wonder how that magic's turned out without the suppressants if she's not kept up with it.
Did you grow up in Anzia?
Yeah. Up north.
That would explain why a magical child would want to be put on suppressants.
Yeah.
And as silence takes the room, there is a gravity that sets in. An impossible choice given at such a young age. Yet you still can't help but feel guilt. But looking down at that leather-bound notebook, there is also comfort. A comforting presence you haven't felt in a very long time. Eventually, everyone disperses to their own devices. Time passes through the night as you all do varying levels of research. Bonnie tries their best to help with what they can, but in all honesty, this doesn't interest them that much as well. They're mostly trying their best to be supportive. Renair's the one doing like like he's pulling books off the wall and just like grrr, like not reading through them all, but just able to skim for information. He's writing some notes here and there of things that could be useful and creating like separate piles of books.
Oh my god.
Reading glasses.
A few hours. Yeah, a few. Archie is still out. Like,
Okay.
completely, like
Can I
well,
as a
it's been a long. No, yeah, for him it would. For the things that he's experienced, he's still out.
he did
yes.
go unconscious.
Slightly concussed, you know.
That's
Oh my God.
kind of funny. We shouldn't have let him sleep. Let him
You
sleep.
shouldn't have let him rest his
We
head.
like get back and we're like, oh,
Oh no.
No.
He would wake up probably a little.
While
in a few
Renee's
hours.
probably.
while Renee's working, can I like go find him like some tea and like bring it to him?
Sure, that's easy enough. You begin to make your way down towards where you believe the kitchen to be, where you saw Adelaide go when you were on your way, when you were at the pool. Like, you kind of have to. Oh no, you've been to the kitchen because you followed Valentina into
we
there.
found it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna act like everything is normal, like I'm supposed to be there, you know? All casual.
Okay, it's quite late in the middle of the night. You kind of creep your way into the kitchen, just kind of walking casual, looking around. You make your way over to the pantry where you see that there is a light on inside the pantry, whereas the rest of the kitchen is dark currently.
Huh.
It's the middle of the night. And there's like a little bit of rummaging happening. You can see like a shadow.
Hello?
You see the shadow go sort of upright and then like go
Is
out.
there any tea available? Who is hello? Can anyone help me here?
As you're sort of looking, peeking around the corner of the pantry, you see a girl probably younger than Valentina, but probably like 19, 20, like early 20s. So just peek out. It's obvious that she can see you as you can see her in the dark still. But you see that there's just like a cookie hanging out of her mouth. She says, "Oh,
Hey.
oh,
What's going on? I can
who are you? Who goes there?"
I am a guest. I'm Vincent. What's your name?
You can see that there's a little shaking.
Are you okay?
She's wearing like a emerald green like nightgown that goes down to like her shins. Her hair is like brown and it's down around, kind of messy a little bit. She says, "A guest of who?"
Valentina? I'm sorry. Did I come at the wrong time? I can leave you until you're cookie eating and I can come back in a bit. Just wanted some tea and I'm just gonna get some tea and leave.
She steps out fully from the pantry. She says, she's kind of like this a little bit. She's like,
Vincent is standing lax.
you
He's
see,
like,
yeah, she
I'm
got
not
like
gonna
arms out to the side.
He's like, I'm
just
not
like
gonna
one
fucking
hand.
fight you. What are you
Fighter
doing?
stance you got.
What are you doing now? Right? What's happening? Are we gonna fight?
You're a friend of Valentina?
Yes.
She looks at herself covered in cookie crumbs down the front. She says, "You've seen so much." She has her hands up in like a little fight maneuver.
Listen, I just want tea, and then I will forget this ever happened. I just will pretend like I've never met you. I've never seen you.
Interesting.
What? Are you just... Listen, every so often I'll eat a cookie or two when I'm not supposed to. You know, it's a little late. I get it. I won't tell anyone.
You two see the merits of late night snacking?
Yes. Sure. I'm getting a drink, right? It's kind of the same.
Well, I'm sorry for the hostility. I did not realize I was talking to a person of culture as well. She
I love
looks
this girl.
and she says,
God.
"I'm Tasha Thorn. It's nice to meet you."
Hey, Tasha. Nice to meet you as well.
Yes, we've gotten off on the wrong foot, it seems. Listen, don't tell Valentina or my mother about late night snacking. They would be quite cross with me. But if you promise not to tell, then I will help you on your journey here, your tea making journey, as it was. You do you know how to make tea?
Yes.
Do you know where all the implements are in the kitchen?
Well, no, that's kind of why I was asking for help.
Okay, well I can show you that.
Okay.
In
And
exchange.
you're not gonna fight me? You're not gonna...
Do I have to? She brings her fists up.
No.
Okay, good.
I was making a joke.
Okay. Yeah, I first I thought you were, intruder because I've never seen you here before. But then I thought you were a spy for my cousin, and then I thought you'd have to fight you so that I could keep
You know what? I think you may be a little stressed out. I think you're...
Can you tell? You can see deep eye bags underneath.
Maybe. I can maybe... Yeah.
That's not good. Maybe I should have some tea as well. Come.
All right.
Raise your hand. Leads you towards the pantry, pulls out a drawer of, like, jars, and she's like, so, we have a multitude of teas. I wish they were labeled, as I do not know the difference between them.
All right. Well, I know tea decently well. I can smell them.
What? From here?
I mean, I can take them out and smell them.
Ah, yes. Of course.
Okay.
Huh, silly. Yes, let's go through them. So go and pick your jar, as it were.
All right. I'll try to find what I would know what Renair's favorite tea would be.
Yes, it's a chamomile. I think we decided on was
Okay.
chamomile.
I'll try to find the chamomile.
Sure. Make a nature check.
12.
That's enough. It's not. It's a tea thing. It's not
Okay.
really pertinent to adventuring. You pick up one. It's mostly you pick up one, you smell it, and get to work. She's, which one is this one?
Chamomile.
She takes a jar. I can't confirm, but I trust you.
Okay.
She says, now, over to our vast collection of kettles.
What?
She marches over further into the kitchen, just kind of still, like, you're like, I think and she's already marched over. She pulls open some drawer. She pulls open, like, a drawer from, like, the bottom, and then she says, I cannot reach them. But, if you would.
How tall is she?
She's not very tall. She's, like probably, like, 5 foot, 5'1". That's
Oh, wow.
It's like a whole foot taller.
He's 6 feet tall.
I am.
He'll be like, okay, well, I got it. Don't
You can see
worry.
that they're, like, higher on the shelf, but you can reach them just fine. You grab onto it. Fantastic. So now,
Yes?
the tea making process.
Mm-hmm. I think I might have it from here.
So you do. Well, I obviously am versed in tea making. Mine. Any person knows how to make tea, so I'll leave you to that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay? Is she lonely?
She need a friend.
She's kind of nodding to
Vincent and
herself.
Tasha are just looking at each other.
She's smiling and nodding. Just
I wish I was there.
I also do. What the fuck? We
I
should
feel like we would walk up and be like,
Vincent's mouth is hanging open a little bit, like,
what's our deal?
I suppose you wouldn't. You someone who knows how to make tea wouldn't need help making
do
tea.
you want to help?
If you insist. I mean, I'd love to. Just
I love.
Can I get an insight check on this girl?
yes, go for it.
come back with a cup of tea and be like, you will never
No,
guess.
and her. She's gonna come back. I feel like.
She might follow him. Insight. That's a 17 plus 9.
Jesus
Christ.
This
What is up with
girl
her?
is absolutely just getting past that initial fear. Is very much there's a bit of like a starved for like communication thing that's happening, and this experience of helping you find the tea and showing you where things are. There's also like a bit of a young like having fun helping people situation. But then there's with a what was it, like a 26 or whatever?
17 plus 9, 26.
Yeah, 26. Just the underlying bit of it is that there's a bit of uncertainty in her voice when she says that she too knows how to make tea herself.
My God.
So there's a bit of a mix of she's having fun and kind of wants to keep having fun. She's very nervous, a little socially awkward, and also she's very interested in how to make tea and most likely doesn't know how to do it herself.
Actually, maybe if you just like to, I'll handle it. I'll make the tea.
Oh, all
But
right.
You're welcome to, I don't know, maybe get a teacup?
A teacup.
Yeah. Yes.
This I can do.
Perfect.
Yes.
Maybe
I
some
will procure you
sugar?
some sugar as well.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Another task on top of the one already given. Well then.
Have you ever considered adventuring?
No, I'm heir to the
Right.
to the Thorns family business. I'm not.
Vincent's eyes go a little wide. He's like,
I'm not an adventurer. I'm a businesswoman. I do business.
Yeah, no.
Wine
Of course.
business.
Of course, yeah, no, adventuring is a totally weird business to get into. It just, yeah. You just seem like you'd maybe like it.
Really?
I
think
mean,
I'd be good at it?
well, I don't know you like that, but
Do you know adventures? Do you know how to adventure?
we've gotten a little bit, I've just met you.
Oh, yes, of course. A social faux pas that I've made once
no,
again.
no, it's alright.
Slight jest and yes, I will procure the sugar and the teacup.
Right, yeah. Okay.
I will find a very good teacup.
Great. Maybe one that's clean.
Yes. Okay. She makes her way around, and you see her just pulling open drawers and cupboards. She's,
Vincent is getting this tea ready as fast as possible.
there's like this like excited kid energy about her to give you the vibe that is happening. She's older, but there's like this like excitement to her. She's like a bit mousy in terms of her demeanor. Eventually, as you're kind of boiling the tea, getting it ready, you see like on a tray, she brings over like a lot of teacups, and then like a teapot to put the tea in, and then like a whole bowl of sugar cubes. She just kind of places it down and says, I could not decide.
No, that's perfect. You've done me a great service. Thank you so much. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go.
Oh, yes, of course.
It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well.
Tasha?
Tasha, yes. And Vincent, you said your name was?
Yes.
Fantastic. Do you know your way back to the...
Yes, I'm good.
Okay. Are you the only guest of Miss Valentina's, my cousins?
No. Not the only one.
There are more?
Yes, I think. I don't...
I see.
Okay, bye. Have a good night. See you around.
Goodbye.
Do you only stay up at night, or do you, like, actually go out in
I don't
daytime?
sleep that much. I don't get a lot of sleep. Well, if you or your friends want to make tea again, I can always be of help, right?
Right, yeah, if I need any more tea, I'll definitely go to you. Thanks.
Yes, and the cookie thing, your mum's the word.
Right, of course.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, this has been very fun. I am going to ride this adrenaline for the next few hours.
You should actually probably go to sleep. I'm not your doctor.
I don't know if I'll be able to. This has been very fun.
Never mind. I don't want to know. I'm gonna go now. Bye.
She smiles. As you leave her in the kitchen, you're just kind of, what the? What in the world?
Vincent's the best person to have met her, too, because he's the most fucking awkward. He's like, hey.
Hey.
Strange energy. Of that, you arrive back in the room with the tea. It's probably around like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. at this point. As Vincent goes through the door with all the tea, Renair is sat there in these books, kind of scratching his head as he looks up as you set the tray down. He says, oh, thank you so much.
Of course. Thought I could help you.
Well, progress is strange. There's not a lot of alchemical books or things based around antidotes of poisons, though I don't know. There's a lot of entry level things that might be useful, herbalism, that sort of thing. But until we know what kind of poison was used or any further information, I don't know how much further we'll make it based on just this information.
I'll just like casually rub his back and be like, I think you've done enough tonight. I think you should have some tea and relax.
You're right. He stands up, looks around the state of the room. Everyone is just kind of burnt out at this point of researching, and the night that you've all had.
It's been a long one.
Renee, the day that you've all had, yeah. Renee sort of stretches out and says, "Why don't we try and rest for a little bit? Let's just not think about this, or at least try and talk about what the next move should be, or something. We can talk to people in the morning once it's a more agreeable hour."
Yeah. Anybody else want tea? I got a lot of it.
It's an eclectic assortment of teacups that are there.
It wasn't me.
Sure, I'll take some tea.
Perfect. Help yourself. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll take some as well.
You spend the night then resting, just in the room or around the manor, just in general. Doesn't have to be
Lidara
anything
kind of
too
wants
deep.
to snoop a little bit, but last time she snooped, she lost her memories.
Do you want someone to go with you? I mean, I just kind of went out, but
Sure.
okay.
Azzurum would probably go lay down. It's kind of been a little emo all day.
That's true. You should get some rest.
Yeah.
Do you need anything? You got tea, right? So you.
If you see any like stuffed animals,
I'll be sure to let you know.
thanks.
Do you have a favorite flower? Maybe they have some out in the garden.
No.
Okay, well.
Stuffed
Snooping.
animals, then.
What are you snooping for? Just around?
Snooping around. Lidara would also probably start taking the path that she took the last time to kind of, I don't know, see what's going on. She's very concerned.
Okay. You both begin to make your way around the manor. Give me stealth checks, both of you.
23.
Oh my god, I thought that was a 3. It was a 19 plus 10.
Okay.
12 plus 12.
You both snoop around the darkened halls of the Thorn Manor, these almost like labyrinthian halls. There's just so many. This place is massive. It's excessive to an extent. There's no way they're using all of these rooms. Though you can hear sort of rowdy camaraderie in some rooms, presumably from either people who are drunk or are still just like riding some sort of drunk into the night. You make your way around. There's not a lot of rooms that you feel comfortable going into that would, you're not sure if there's people inside of them, but you retrace your steps down that path, down the hallways, up until where there's that incongruent feeling in your head starts to happen, where you remember walking down and then walking back, and there's just a headache where maybe something more happened here, but you're not entirely sure what. But you take a look around, and there's no trace of anything that you can see. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Is it just like outside, like, or is it inside? Or like,
It's
what is
inside.
it?
Just one down
Just
a
a hallway?
corridor. Yeah, just down a corridor on the same level.
Oh, you said investigation?
Investigation.
Natural 20 plus 2.
Shit.
Oof,
18.
natural 20 plus 2 is 22. The 22, you scour the floors, search for any sign of a trace left behind. Nothing. There's no sign of anything untoward here. Even it seems that like the floors themselves have been smoothed almost. I'm not sure exactly what the equivalent would be, but the rug
Like
itself
buffered.
is just clean. Yeah, just buffered,
It's been
cleaned
polished.
in some way.
All right. Well,
So
there's
here.
nothing here, but I guess this is where I went. But obviously there's no one here now, so.
Huh.
I hate them. I knew I got bad vibes from them. The whole time. I knew it.
Yeah.
And then they just go in and erase my memories. Like it was nothing.
It's pretty fucked up.
Well, I guess I'm not going to find anything here.
I mean,
Could I try and listen in on one of the rooms, like when I heard people, and see if I hear anyone that I recognize?
Sure. Yeah. Let me make a check here.
If you want. If you've got one in particular you really want to see into, I can do that.
Really?
Yeah. I can listen in or I can see.
Yeah.
Alright, find your target, I guess.
All right.
Also could do the cellar, but that's an idea.
Oh, the cellar. I would say we should go down there, but I don't know if that's a thing for tonight. So am I listening in first to see who
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, to see if you can find. You listen about. I'll say this: you make your way through the corridors, listening to the doors where you can hear people talking. Go ahead and make a perception check. Yeah.
16.
16. It comes through a little bit muffled, of course, trying to focus in on exactly what people are saying, but you eventually can kind of get a little bit of it. You can hear sort of deeper voice going,
Honestly, I don't know what is going on these days. Violence in the streets. If we're fighting, then we're fighting. Just tell me. I'll kill a Walsh on sight, honestly.
you hear another person be like,
Yeah, but that's not how it works. You can't just kill in the street, all right? This isn't... There's no war. That's a couple incidents here and there. That's nothing.
here it says,
Hey, you know what, though? If anyone knows what's going on, it's that fucking freak Tyrant. Yeah. Alright? A little lapdog for Valentina.
and these, alright,
Don't talk... First of all, he outranks us, so don't talk about him like that, or else we're gonna get our asses kicked if anyone hears you saying that. Second of all, he's been around longer than any of us. I don't know what to tell you. Valentina trusts him. He trusts her. I don't know.
you hear the other one said,
Listen, all I'm saying is, if there's anyone talking with fucking Walshes, it's those two.
They're talking the tea in there.
I'm glad we could hear it.
okay.
Knows the word tea.
I feel like she's probably heard it from like Azzurum.
Azzurum, you are sat in the room there, kind of resting. You feel sort of a tap on your shoulder. You look up to see Renair. He says, "Hey, can we talk for a second?"
Yeah, Renee, we can talk.
He kind of leads you over out of the room, and I'm not cross or anything. There's nothing. This isn't meant to be. Oh God, sorry.
You're gonna like stab me?
No, God, no.
Are you Renee? This isn't like someone disguised as Renee, right?
Make an insight check.
Oh my god. 18.
It's Renair.
People have done that before.
Yeah.
He looks at you
No,
and
I
says,
specifically
"No,
with Renair.
He takes his face and he just kind of stretches. It's me. See it? No mask. No.
I like pull his hair a little bit.
Oh, that's
Okay.
my real hair. All right. Yes. I just wanted to. You see, when I agreed to come with you all, I didn't fully know what it is you were looking to do. I know you wanted to head east, and it had something to do with your father. But I suppose I hadn't spent as much time with you as the others have, and I didn't know your purpose to your relationship with your father. That is.
Oh. I mean, yeah. Sorry if it like makes you uncomfortable.
No, it doesn't. I understand it. And I'm not going to center the conversation on myself, and I'm not going to continue down that path, but I know there's a running joke that you and I are not friends, or that we don't know each other as well, and there is a bit of responsibility on my part, as I am a little bit intimidated. You're very confident in how you move, and you're very charming, and you're very headstrong, and I really admire that in you. And a part of it intimidates me, and thus I don't reach out as much as I should to get to know you. But I just wanted to assure you that no matter how you may feel about us as friends, I consider you an ally that I trust, and I want you to be able to consider me one as well.
Thanks, Renair. It's not all your fault. Like, I could reach out more too. All I do is poke fun at you and just constantly bring up your father or your relationship with Vincent, but it's never like you.
I would hope not to give you a reason, but I understand. I'm happy that I'm on this journey, and I'm happy that I'm on this journey with all of you. And I am... most of that, I've come to realize, is because I'm going to get to know you all more. And it's nice.
Yeah, it is. And I would consider us friends too, Renair. Don't worry. And I'm glad you're with us.
He looks at you and says, I'm glad. And, I know there are points where we may disagree in the future, but at the end of the day, I'll support you.
And I'll support you, Renair.
He says, well, we can both head into the same room at the same time, I suppose. That might be awkward, but I would say let's get some rest, but then we just head in the same direction.
Get in the same bed.
Well,
right next to each other, because
all right. Well,
Vincent and
I was
Lidara
gonna
slept on the outside, so...
Okay. We'll wait for Vincent and them to get back, and, then we'll all hop into the same bed together.
Cute.
It's fun. Nice.
Yeah. I, put up my hand to shake his hand,
Oh, yes.
and then I, pull him into a little bro hug.
Oh.
Thanks, dude.
You're welcome. And thank you. Goes back, opens the door for you. He says, after you.
Thank you. Azzurum gets in bed.
Renair notes it, and then makes his way back over to the books and says, I should clean this up, I suppose. Starts cleaning up. Hi, this is Christian, the Dungeon Master for the Strings of Fate. Thank you for tuning in to episode 15. I hope you're enjoying it so far. Let's get to some announcements. First things first, this episode is sponsored by Dungeon Depths. They sell D&D apparel, stickers, dice sets, and now dice trays and dice coffins. You can also commission them for a custom dice set or a custom dice tray. They're absolutely beautiful. They've made all the dice that we're rolling in these episodes. And right now, if you go to the Dungeon Depths store at shopdungeondepths.com and you use the code SOFPOD, SOFPOD, at checkout, you can get 10% off your order. This also applies to commissions as well. Just use the code SOFPOD somewhere in the comments and you can get 10% off a commission of handmade dice, a dice tray, or a dice coffin. Thank you, Olivia, for being a longtime supporter of the show, and thank you for sponsoring us. It really means a lot. Next week is our regularly scheduled break. This means that there are going to be no episodes posted next week, but that doesn't mean that there won't be content. So keep an eye out on our social media for any announcements having to do with the broadcast schedule for next week. Next week is going to be a time for people to get caught up or to get into the show and then get caught up. That way we can have more people in the live premieres and just share the show with more people. So if you are thinking about getting caught up, next week's the time to do it. Next week is also a great time to share the show with your friends. It really helps us get the show seen and get more viewers. Word of mouth is really huge in spreading a show like this and getting people to watch the show. So it really helps whenever you share it with your friends. And I know there's a lot of people in the softcore who have been doing that. We're immensely grateful for your effort to show the show to people. A great way to do that, however, is by tweeting with the hashtag SoftPod. I go through that hashtag pretty much every day, and I pick names to become NPCs. I'm thinking of expanding that scope out to naming things after people and naming other things, but we'll see how that goes. For now, I'm creating a list of people that have tweeted about the show, and sometimes I use them for planned NPCs, sometimes they work great for a name on the fly. But if you want a chance to have your name be on the show, then please tweet about the show. Thank you very much. If you want to get more involved in our community or take place in the live chat that comes out with these episodes, then please go ahead and join our community Discord, the Softcord. It's a great group of people that have been supporting us for so long now. It makes watching the show a joy for us, honestly. If you're listening on a podcast service that allows ratings, please be sure to give us a rating or a review or a follow of some kind. It really helps to get the show seen as the algorithm picks those shows up and shows them to more people. If you're watching on YouTube, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, as well as comment down below, which I will help you along with a comment prompt. Today's prompt is, what are your theories on what's happening? I actually genuinely want to know. So please comment down below. If you're listening on a podcast service, then you can go over to the YouTube version of this episode at youtube.com/thestringsofFate and leave a comment there. Otherwise, that's all from me. So back to the show. A few minutes later, Vincent, Lidara, you return. As you all are basically getting ready for bed at this point after snooping. At this point, the light amounts of dawn start to creep in, and so Bonnie closes the curtains, makes her way over to the couch, and you all begin your rest.
Fucking tired. Gets in bed.
It's been a long day.
Lidara will go and change into like a PJ set that's in the room. For once, she's like, maybe I should be a little comfortable. She always just sleeps.
You should just relax.
There's some nightgowns. There's some just straight up pajamas.
Okay, so you do like the pajamas, like the pajama set.
Soft.
How cute.
Soft, very silky, very nice, light.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice and light. It's kind of strange in a way, but it's comfortable.
Azzurum would already be like half asleep by the time everyone got in bed, but whoever got in bed first, he would probably like start like clinging towards.
I get in, I'm like, Azzurum, you're sleeping? Really?
I told you I was tired.
That's understandable. Please don't try to
I like had to overthrow a church this morning.
understand. Just don't like touch me, please. Don't. Not my thing.
Lidara just gets in bed and is like, good night,
with you.
everyone.
Lidara rolls over.
You can cuddle Lidara.
She rolls over. Azrum's body is slowly rolling towards you on this giant bed.
Just what does he do?
He's just gonna roll over and be like, Vincent doesn't want me next to him.
What? Okay, well. Alright, that's fine. Come on.
Come on
Come
in.
here.
Come on in.
Do you want to cuddle?
Yes.
Okay. Just this once. Because I know you've been through a lot. Don't let it get to your head. But
He's already asleep.
is he like, what is he?
He's just gonna wrap his arm like around you, probably.
She's like,
Like on your side. If you're laying on your back, he'd be like.
she kind of like tenses up a little bit, and then she's like, this is fine.
You all fall to a night's rest. That is until there's a knock at the door about 2 hours later.
Oh my fucking god.
That's just kind of,
What now?
hello, as you hear Valentina's voice on the other side. Says, are you awake in there? Is everything
We got 2 sets of cuddlers. We got Archie's still out. We got Bonnie. I don't know what the fuck Bonnie's doing.
Well, if none of you get up, you hear, God damn it, and you hear her roll off the couch and then sort of, doof. What? Oh. Good morning. Pardon me. Is Valentina's there? Says, all right. Then, I suppose you're all... Is that... Yeah, sorry about that. They're all still sleeping. Me, myself included. So, this is really fun, and I would love to have this chat. For us, our whole sleep schedule's just fucked up beyond belief. So, if you could give us a few hours of sleep, we're good. We're fine, She says, oh, that's... I see. I'm so sorry. I didn't take that into account. Yes, I'm the one who told you to go around at night, so that makes sense. Then enjoy your... Shuts the door.
Oh my god.
Oh, he says, sorry. And then just kind of stomps back over to the couch and just... So, you all get your long rest. Go ahead and mark that down. Long rest. All your stuff's back. Any things you used. All that business.
Oh, Bonnie.
You come awake. Archie as well is awake. At this point, you wake up like afternoon at this point. So the sun is still trying. They're pretty good curtains, but like the sun is still trying to like escape from the tops and bottoms of it. Everyone comes to rise, and shortly after that, another. Is now a good time?
Yeah, I guess so. I'll stretch and get up.
Okay. Everyone gets out of bed as Valentina enters the room, seeing everyone in various states of rest. She says, okay, so sorry about the interruption earlier. That's my mistake. Let's talk about the ball then. I have the details ready for you, if that's all right.
That would be perfect.
Yeah, let me just brush my teeth first and get my
How was your
morning
night?
coffee.
Everyone good? Everyone well rested?
How was our night?
It was fine.
We all for a second
More
are like war flashbacks.
Eyes glazed over.
How was
Turtle.
our night? We're
Turtle.
The whole thing.
It was
successful.
pretty not very
Not eventful at all.
Not eventful.
Nothing happened.
Yeah,
Is
we
that
just
right?
kind of...
Go ahead and make a deception check.
Well... Deception?
Well, that's a 10.
22.
Okay.
22.
Deception.
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 22.
22.
Nice.
Fantastic. She looks over you all for a second. Gives kind of a nod. Says, okay, I won't ask then. Let's talk about this. So, the ball tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Yes.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yes,
Haha, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Tomorrow.
Snuck up on all of us, but the details have changed a bit. Originally, this was going to be a celebration of spring ball. It was meant to be for the VIPs of the Thorn family and the VIPs of the Walsh family, and we're going to have it at the separate manors, that sort of thing.
Oh.
If you we'll see what side you support, that sort of thing.
Huh.
That has changed with the recent violence in the city. The governor, Governor Von Dare, has seen it fit that the Walshes and the Thorns have a show of good faith. And so, the welcoming of Spring Ball has turned into a Spring Unity Gala. So,
Great.
now, instead of being at the individual manors, we will celebrate at the apex of the Wheldon Clock Tower over in the center of the town.
Oh.
Outside?
No, center of the town. You kind of, going back through when you first approached and every time you made it through the center, there's always been this massive, like, skyscraper type tower, not skyscraper type, but extremely tall tower, like 30 stories tall clock tower in the center with all these lights that climb it all the way to the top.
Okay, so
that
like
sort of thing.
there's definitely like a thing inside there.
Yes, there's definitely a thing inside there.
Cool.
There's like, you've seen that's got like illustrious entrance there that you've never really seen anyone go into, but you know,
Okay.
you haven't been here that long. Valentina looks at you all and says, so that might be a bit uncomfortable for you all, as you've had some trouble with a cathedral that's quite nearby that area, but I think we should be fine. Though the theme is not masquerade, I'm sure wearing a mask wouldn't be seen as unusual, at least on your walk-up, or we could put you in a hood or that sort of thing.
Well, there are things that I could use.
As long as I'm not going into this job and I'm going to be taken out and arrested, that's...
There's no problem. The Wheldon Watch will not be present inside the gala. Everyone that's going to be there has been pre-vetted, has been absolutely, is just somebody who has been a customer with us for years to this point. So, that and the families themselves. So, there will be plenty of protection via the house guards, and the Wheldon Watch will not be present to the point that it should worry you. And the Knights of the Morning Lord, of course, the church, will not be attending.
Good, I don't fucking like those dudes.
Well, a lot of people share the sentiment, it seems.
So both families are going.
Both
then.
families will be in attendance, yes.
That means that your friend Finnegan will be there, right?
Yes, yes, they will. At least as far as I know.
Have you seen them recently?
Recently? Yes, I've seen them around a bit. Not any time notable, just around town mostly.
Oh, they haven't like come over or anything?
No, we can. A Walsh scene in the Thorn Manor? That seems a bit... As much as my family has this charade going on, they do abide by those rules fairly often. If a Walsh is in Thorn territory, it means that there's a fight scheduled.
Can I like check insight and see
Go for
if she's just saying that and she
Cool.
actually...
Can I check as well?
Yes, you can.
29.
29.
7.
7. Okay. As far as you can tell, she's being genuine about not seeing Finnegan, at least, especially not in the manor. She's very much kind of taken off guard by the idea.
Do you have any like little blonde friends hanging out in the manor?
There are certainly blonde people who live here, yes. Blonde Thorns. Out of character. Tyron is also blonde. Yes. Valentina looks and says, none of note. Are you looking to be... Is this for business or pleasure? What's happening here?
No.
I mean, Azzurum has a thing for blondes.
Azzurum has
As a boyfriend.
A thing for one blonde, I should say.
taken.
Yeah, very much
Tell
so.
that to everyone.
Whoa.
I'm most
Make
likely...
it known.
Okay, I'll put it on my agenda for the day. Listen, so getting more into your responsibilities, because I've been a bit vague about it going forward.
Right.
2 reasons that I'm taking you on to this. One, first off, I'll say this is all based on the prowess you displayed in the situation I saw take place in the street. But the 2 reasons. The other side, the Walshes, are going to do the same thing. They'll have their own adventurers, a show of force. It's a show of strength, a bit of waving muscle and money around, if that makes sense. So, of course, we have to respond of our own. Second reason, as much as I believe this feud to be a sham, I also believe that there are those that truly have bad blood out. Otherwise, these violent events that have happened in Wheldon wouldn't be happening. And so, I like to take precautions. And the house guard is most likely going to protect my cousin and her mother. So, if something were to happen, I need some people to watch my back.
Right.
I am less important because I am not the heir, and thus I need to have my own back. Make sure my bases are covered.
So we just show up and protect you, make sure nobody's out for you, and then just kind of stand in the wings. And
You'll have a seat at my table, of course.
do I have to talk to people, or
You can if you'd like. You're going to be pretty noted as bodyguards, as you'll be allowed to carry weapons inside to a
good.
limited
Perfect.
extent. You'll be
Oh,
the
good.
only people allowed to carry weapons inside,
oh, perfect.
as the rest will have there. You'll be registered as my bodyguards, basically. But basically, you'll sit at my table. Feel free to dance, to partake in the hors d'oeuvres or the drink, whichever you feel most pertinent to your interests. Just, if something happens, just be sure to be at my side when it does.
All right.
Okay.
Can do.
Seems kind of simple enough.
Okay.
Just make sure you're not in any danger, and all right. Yeah, I can do that.
Fantastic. We're an understanding. Any other questions that you had for me or anything else? I will be around the house today. I've got some work to take care of, but other than that,
What is Tyron up to?
Oh yeah, we haven't seen him since we came in. He's really nice.
interesting question. Well, Tyron is going to be assisting me for part of the day, but he might be free later on. Why do you ask?
I was just wondering. I haven't seen him.
Well, I didn't expect you all to take a liking to him.
I mean,
He
simply-
saved us.
He saved our
Yeah,
asses.
he really did.
Well, I suppose that's true, yes. Well, if you'd like to properly thank him, then, well, he'll be up in his room, I suppose. It's on the floor above.
Is he a Thorn? Like, technically part of the family, or...
He's employed by the Thorns, but he himself is not a Thorn.
Yeah, because Adelaide is also, like, sort of like that.
No.
No.
Adelaide is a servant.
Oh,
Tyron
It's
is an employee.
they're both employed
They're technically
nonetheless.
both employees.
Well, they're on a different level.
Do you pay
see.
both of them?
Well, yes,
What's
but
your definition of employment?
it's to keep the different pools of people who are employed separate, if that makes sense. Adelaide helps around the house. Tyron helps me with my personal
So
work.
He's gotten like a raise, basically.
In
And
a
so
way.
he's working higher.
They
up.
both just work for you. There's no reason to put her down so much.
Yeah, she does good work.
She gives you a look, and then she says, "You're right. It's rude of me. Some things are, there are some things that I forget are not normal.
And where do we fall in the employment chain?
Oh, we're lower than that, I guess.
Are we lower than Adelaide?
Contracted work,
Are we
I
considered
guess.
employees as well? Or
Hired
If
muscle.
you'd like to put yourself in the hierarchy, well, I'd say you exist outside the chain, and I think it's better to keep it that way. I don't know if you want to get mixed up in the power structures of this city. I'll give you the coin that you require and passage out of here, and you
good
just do this one job.
Good enough for me.
Okay, we're in agreement?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Anything else?
Anything else?
No.
Okay.
So tomorrow night, what time do we need to be ready?
Tomorrow night, be ready. I'll say. I'll have your outfits to you tomorrow morning. Spend the day getting ready. By nightfall, I'll have a carriage out there. So let's aim for 7.
7.
Be out by the carriage at 7.
And will we be riding in the carriage with you, or will we be escorting ourselves?
You will be riding with me.
All right.
You're my guests.
But slightly disguised.
Yes, if you wish. For those of you that have been seen in your exploits, I ask that you have some sort of disguise, some sort of cover, but for the rest of you, feel free to be yourselves.
All right. Do you think I would need a disguise?
No, I can't see why you would.
Okay. Don't know if you... Okay.
Huh.
Vincent's also like
Is there
looking
something
at
you've
Azzurum
done?
like,
Is there something you've done that's that might cause trouble?
No, I just have recently been getting a lot of people say that they see people who look like me. That's kind of weird. It's happened to me quite a few times now.
Is that right?
And so I didn't know if you maybe knew anything about that, or if you had heard about anyone who looks like me that I should be worried about.
Well, if it has been a problem, then I haven't heard it. I haven't heard talk of anyone looking for an Agenasi.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Fat insight check on that one.
The fattest insight check on that
Fascist
one.
insight.
A 26.
A 26.
18.
A 1.
Oh my god.
A natural one.
Azrum's like,
Valentina is how do I explain this? She's mostly very suspicious about how you worded everything just now. But it doesn't seem like she's hiding something that it doesn't seem like she's lying about having like seen an air genasi or heard talk of like people looking for one. It looks like that she's trying to figure out why you would be asking this, and you can see like a lot of neurons firing, just like dots trying to be like, what? Where did that come from? Basically, but nothing that you could pick up immediately.
Well, I guess we'll keep looking for that then. We'll see you tomorrow at 7.
Tomorrow at 7. If you need me, then I'll be at my office. It's on the 4th floor.
Where's Tyron? I want to go by
I'm
and
just gonna...
give him
Well, 3rd floor.
I just want to thank him, is all.
Floor above you should be in the same wing.
Okay. Thank you. And we'll be off. Or
Okay.
we're in the room.
You'll be off.
You'll be off, and then we'll follow.
We'll certainly be off.
Sorry, that came off
Fine.
a little rude.
It's very much fine. Okay. Valentina leaves steadily, begins to make her way out. You are all left to your devices. Well, that didn't go as planned. We can get a ton of information there.
Kind of seemed like she didn't have a lot of information. She kind of
Didn't.
seemed like she was being honest. She didn't know about that Genasi.
That's good, though.
That is good.
Yeah.
But Tyron,
That's right.
that is
I want to know more about him.
interesting. Maybe that's who I talked to. I mean, or
Bonnie
Finnegan snuck in,
saw Tyron
right?
Hmm?
Has
in
Bonnie
the cart.
Bonnie's seen Tyron
At a
a bit.
glance.
Yeah, at a glance. Not
They were
enough
in the
to
car
focus.
together, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
she's seen Tyron before, yeah. Enough
Do
to
you-
recognize him.
Do you recognize that the person was talking to Lidara? Does it seem like it was him, from what you could tell?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure their accents were different when they
Really?
were talking.
Well,
At least from the one that at least from the little I heard Tyron speak.
What was the accent that you heard?
You see her face kind of.
You want to demonstrate?
It was kind of like. What? Well then, you're Tell me. I can't do
You're
this.
doing great.
It's so painful. It hurts so much to try and do this accent. It sounded more. It sounded more fancy pants accent than mine.
Pants. Right, fancy pants.
It's
Just
just.
like this.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
It just didn't.
It's fine.
I really tried to dig deep for that one, and it hurt. It hurt coming out. Anyways.
Well, that's helpful though.
So we should
fancier. So maybe like a
maybe
fancy.
Finnegan.
Fancy.
So we should go talk to Tyron then, I guess.
I can
See
spy
what-
on him.
We can, I don't know.
All right.
Sure. Make your way up to the room. Tyron's room is sort of situated, at least to where Valentina would have pointed out where it is. Give it a knock. Here. Oh, all right there. Give me 1 second. The door peeks out. You see Tyron, the sort of medium, longish blonde hair, brown eyes. He looks out and he says, "Oh, it's you all. How are you finding things? Everything all right?"
Hi. Yeah. We. Is this bad time?
Oh, no. I just lazing about getting ready for the day, but is there something you need from me?
No. We were just kind of visiting. We just wanted to say thank you for what you did for us.
Oh, it's no problem.
Maybe I don't know. Have a chat. I just wanted to get to know the person who saved our asses. You know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can I roll insight and see, like, the vibe when we walk in, if, like, there's any look towards
Has he
me?
invited us into the room?
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of opens the door. He says,
Okay.
"Well, excuse the mess then. This room is, again, not as large as Valentina's room is, but it's quite cozy. There's like a desk there that's not really covered in anything. It's pretty neat. But on the floor, there's like clothes and stuff. And you can see that there's more variety. You can see that there are like weapons on the wall, that sort of thing. But he says, like I said, excuse the mess. Make an insight check.
20.
20. Tyron, there's a definite confusion from Tyron, and it's definite confusion with like an underlying bit of nervousness. But other than that, you can't gauge much from what he said just now. He says, "Oh, then, I'm not sure that there's much interest here. Is just following orders from Miss Valentina. So, happy to have saved you all, but really the credit goes to her, more so than me."
Tyron, do you have any information about those flowers that the Church of the Morning Lord has?
Information. Well, I know that they're used in the either the executions or the reconciliations, where they take the magic away from people that they've caught. But I don't know anything personally about them. No.
Are there any other like poisons or anything that they have that they could, or anything like that we should be aware of? Because I saw that shit and I was a little scared.
Yeah, we're sort of covering our bases. There's, the gala tomorrow. We want to make sure that we sort of know everything that's in town,
By the Church of the Morning Lord, I don't think they deal in poisons, that sort of thing.
Oh,
It's very,
it's weird.
it's they're Knights of the Church. They don't really have much use for slinking around and poisoning people.
I swear I heard about some poison.
Yeah, I've been hearing some talk. We just, it's a whole gala and people can slip things into wine really easily. It's, if you know of any
Resources or
it's just
anything.
specifically because we've been hearing about it so much.
Oh, well. Sorry, I'm coming up blank. Is there...
Insight.
Yeah, go for it.
insight.
27.
24.
11.
It feels almost like Azzurum should do this. I'll say it out since you both got fairly high. 1, Tyron's lying.
Yes. Nice.
You can tell that right off the bat. 2, Tyron is not worried, but is very much on to the fact that you are all here for a reason that isn't get to know your driver.
Mm-hmm.
He looks and he says, "Yeah, sorry about that. I don't really know much about that.
It's
situation.
just for Valentina's safety.
Oh, well, I wouldn't worry about that. We've vetted every chef, every person that's going to be there, and if that fails, I mean, every drink is going to be, well, every drink itself is going to be tested before it even leaves the kitchen. So, I wouldn't worry too much, and of course, it's a bit paranoid to snoop and think that someone's going to go out of their way to poison someone.
There's been a lot of violence recently, so
Yeah, who knows what could happen.
It's very fair. I guess I'm thankful that we have such thorough bodyguards.
I feel like this entire time Azzurum would be looking at Vincent and Lidara and be like, like he's just like he's like making eye contact to try to figure out if he thinks that they think he's lying.
Lidara gives you a look and is like, yeah, get the program. But like not saying it, just kind of with her eyes kind of like slightly being like, Azzurum, please.
Other
enough
than
about
that,
poisons then.
yes.
Sorry about that. We
No,
just,
it's fine.
Came up.
It's fine.
So
Will you?
Sorry, go ahead. Actually, go ahead.
Will you be at the ball?
Oh, of course I will. Yes.
You have a date?
You offering?
No, I'm kind of on your team, if that makes sense. I'm also working to make sure that Miss Valentina is safe. Do not have a +1.
Oh. So we're not allowed to like have a +1, right? Like,
No, you might be. That's something to ask Miss Valentina about.
You're gonna have a
Sort of.
+1?
Yeah.
No, I for some reason figured we had the option. I don't know. I mean, like, I was like, Vincent's going with Renair, and I guess I'm going with Liddy.
Team.
And you what?
Are you? What? Anyway,
So,
so you'll be there. Good. Nice.
Yes. All right then. So,
What are you up to today?
work as usual, helping Miss Valentina.
How do
Can you tell we're bored?
A bit, yeah. Not many people stop in to just talk to me, but well, I'm flattered.
Well, we're here. We figured, might as well like talk to the people that we're staying with.
Sure.
So there's, like, no one special in your life?
Wow. Oh man.
I wouldn't say that, but
Tyron.
all right then. You don't need to.
Oh my god.
It's nothing. There's nothing. There's really nothing.
Little. You sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure about that. There's
Is
nothing.
it Miss Valentina?
No.
Insight check.
Insight check.
No. 22.
Oh, it was a 3 + 9, 12.
9.
It's absolutely Miss Valentina.
Like,
Lidara.
like they're together. He has a crush on her.
Crush.
Okay.
It seems like a kind of like a. I'm
Lidara
not
doesn't
very.
care.
This feels like a conversation that is a bit private,
For friends.
Right. It's
Oh,
all right.
I don't. We've
don't view
just
us
met,
as-
and I don't mean to talk bad on your character, but at the same time, I don't know any of you
I didn't think
really.
you were talking bad on my character until you said you were don't mean to talk bad on my character. I wouldn't have.
Well, I
taken it
wouldn't
like,
go as
now
far
I
as to
feel like
say
you're-
friends is all.
Oh.
I just don't know you all.
That's all right. Anyone else? Should we leave you to your work?
Yes, I'm getting ready. So, if you could,
Yeah, we'll see ourselves out.
of course, yes,
But we'll see you tomorrow night, I guess.
of course, yeah, of course.
Guys, shall we?
Yeah, we shall.
All right. When we get out of the room, Lidara's gonna whisper them and be like, "Oh, he totally has a crush on Valentina."
Fucking way, we should set them up.
Complete the mission you all set out.
But Azzurum, I don't know if you caught it. He was definitely lying about the poison.
Oh,
thing.
that's we should go back in there.
No.
Do you want?
let's-
Honestly, do you want to? What do
Should
you
I
want
just
to do?
ask him?
No.
Should I just walk in there and be like,
I wish there was a way that we could. I don't know, wait until he's out and so we can do something out of the manor. I just don't really feel like if we do something here, there's everything against us in this moment. We don't have a lot in control on our side.
Yeah, someone could be watching us right now.
Can I make a perception check?
Go for it.
15.
Oh no. The pause.
The fuck?
Oh no.
Why? What?
What?
You are being watched.
Great.
From around the corner. You see neatly braided hair, a small mousy girl just sort of peeking around. And as soon as you see her, she goes
Lidara's like,
back behind. Just
we're being watched.
Oh wait.
Lidara's just gonna walk around the corner and be like, do you need something?
back pressed to the wall, looking up.
Why are
just
you
like
watching us?
I'll come around the corner.
Start dust. Hello,
Oh, hi. Hey.
Vincent.
What?
Hello.
Hey.
Again.
Vincent?
Do you do you know this person?
Vaguely. Barely. I saw you last night.
Guests of my cousin.
Yes.
Hello. Very nice to meet you all. It's just you three at the moment because I think Bonnie and Renee probably are down with Archie. Well, this is quite unexpected to running into you in this hallway like this.
Yeah, very strange.
It doesn't
to see
seem
you.
unexpected for you. Are you following us?
No.
Insight. 27.
Yes. She's following you slightly.
Is there a reason that you're following us?
I just said I wasn't.
Well, you definitely are.
Bad
Okay.
liar.
I'm not an idiot.
Well, I'm sorry. Another social faux pas on my part. Listen, I was just curious to see what you all were doing today, to meet Mr. Vincent's friends.
how did you meet this
Mr.
person?
Vincent.
Mr. Vincent?
Who? What?
Mr. Vincent.
Okay, Vincent, how did you meet this?
I was just getting tea. Her name is...
Tasha Thorn, heir to the Thorn family
Holy
business.
shit.
Oh. Hello.
Yeah, I was just getting tea.
The
and
heir?
She helped me out.
Like
And was doing nothing
The
else.
heir, yes.
Why is the heir stalking us?
Yeah, that is a little concerning.
Well, I don't have a good
I
reason.
guess,
I saw you.
She's harmless. It's fine.
I saw you all walking about, and I was going to find a moment to walk up and talk, but you all seemed very serious, and so I was going to pick my moment, and of course, I didn't pick it in time, and it seems my stealthing skills are quite lower than I expected. So
Did you hear what we were talking about?
Lidara gives her a kind of a pointed face.
maybe a little. I don't know what I heard. I'm sorry. Is this bad? Is this bad?
No, what were you...
I mean,
what
it
did you
depends
hear?
on what. Yeah.
Well, I know that you're trying to find out more about Tyron, and do you know about his little crush on my cousin?
So you know.
Yes.
Is it obvious? Is everybody here knows, kind of?
Yes.
Do you think she likes him back?
No.
We're more invested in this crush.
No, I
That's pretty
don't
rough.
think
Ooh.
so.
That's rough.
My
buddy.
cousin is I won't get into all that.
Just curious.
But I was just curious as to why you're looking into all that, or if you needed help, or
Yeah,
you
do you
know
know anything about Tyron?
Well, I know he works very closely. He'll do anything my cousin tells him to do.
How do we know that you're gonna tell us the truth about all this information?
I promise. I promise to tell the truth.
If you don't tell the truth, I'll know. And if you don't tell the truth,
No.
I'll let them know.
No.
Lidara just looks at him and is like, what? Know about what?
Suitable punishment for falsehoods. Okay. All right.
I fucking love her.
Great.
I'll help you But answer me this. You're adventurers, aren't you?
You got us.
No fucking way. How'd you figure it out?
So it's true. A little bluff, as if I knew, but in reality, I found the truth.
Yeah.
Confirmed before me. Anyways, that's just really exciting to me.
How old are you, Tasha?
I'm 20.
Okay.
20 years of age, you know. Grown one.
Yeah.
Girl.
Mm-hmm.
Born 20 years ago.
Can you believe that we're both like the same
Indeed.
age, completely different?
Same age. Wow, you are an adventurer the same age
Life,
as me.
life experience is much different.
Yeah, the difference is your parents were killed when you were an infant.
You don't
and
have
you
to
had live in
bring
the
all
woods,
that up.
Oh
and
my goodness.
she's the heir.
That's a lot to kind of info dump on a stranger.
We'll
don't you
unpack
think?
that later.
Oh my goodness.
Just
Listen,
saying, that's all we all know it.
She doesn't.
What's she gonna do?
okay. Well then, what do you want to know?
Why don't we go somewhere a little more private? We can have this conversation, maybe?
Did we want to go back to the... No, that's Valentina's room. She could be spying on us. Where do we want to go?
Is there like a...
Do you have your own room?
Of course.
No, let's
Of
go
course
to
I
your
do.
room.
To my room. Fantastic. I have not had guests and thus have not tidied up.
Totally fine.
Thus, I have not seen around here any of the staff.
Huh.
It's about this moment you realize you haven't seen Adelaide today.
Yeah. Or have we seen any other staff?
You've seen staff around here and there. It's a bit sparse. But you haven't seen Adelaide in particular.
Weird.
Hey, do you know who Adelaide is?
Yes, my cousin's personal maid. Yes?
Rolls eyes.
Is that wrong? Did I...
No. That's not your fault.
Oh, sorry.
Do you know where she is?
I haven't seen her around. Bit.
I think I should figure that out. I think she was helping me with something. And so
Are you gonna go do that instead of talk?
I might
about
just go
this?
drop by Valentina's room and just see if she called out for the day, you know.
Okay.
Okay. You heading up there?
Mhm.
Okay. It's easy enough to find her office. Give it a knock. Come in.
Hey, Valentina, what's up?
Azzurum. Yes. What seems to be the problem?
I was just looking for Adelaide.
Oh. Good point. My haste, I realize I haven't seen her today. I'm not entirely sure. I suppose she should have told me if she was going to call out.
Can we get insight?
Yeah, go for it.
15.
Nice.
It seems like there's a quick, like, as soon as you say that, there's like a quick realization of like, oh shit, where's Adelaide? Like that sort of thing. She's just, oh, you are so right. I'm so sorry. She's supposed to be attending you all. I suppose she's late by several hours at this point. I didn't even realize. I'll have a talk to her when I see her again, but
Do you have any way of like contacting her? Like any way?
not that I know of. I can have some of the other staff go looking for her. You know?
I mean, you're not worried?
Well, she's just late to work. I mean,
A couple hours is pretty late.
oh, well, I guess if you bring it up like that, then yeah, sure. I'm worried. That's worrying.
You're not worried.
Oh well, I just realized that. I'll send someone to check on her.
Who?
Oh, there's other staff here that I can go send Tyron to do it or something.
Where does she live? I can go check on her.
Oh,
I'm not doing anything.
I'm sure the other staff knows exactly. Undercity is a good bet. You're best off asking someone else. But if you would like to check on her for me, please, go ahead and do so.
Yeah. I will.
All right. Fantastic then. There's a sort of the door kind of opens, and Tyron just kind of walks in and says, oh, sorry, are you having a talk here or something? Oh, it's nothing. Mr. Azzurum was just leaving. All right then. Fantastic.
As I walk out, I like tap Tyron on the shoulder and stop for a second. I'm like, Good luck, dude.
His eyes go wide as he's. And Miss Holland says, "What was that?" And he says, "Nothing. I don't know what that was about." As the door shuts.
Can I listen?
Go for it. Make a perception check.
I'm curious.
Natural 20.
No fucking
You want to
way.
fucking see it with your own eyeballs?
You press your ear to the door. And you hear like a little bit of preamble of like, it was really nothing. It was really nothing, all right? We have more important things to talk about. I fucked up. And I think your little bodyguards, I think they're onto something. And Miss Valentina says, Tyron, not here. Wait a moment. We'll find a place to talk about this, but we do not discuss business in the manor. That little brat is snooping about, I know it. And if she hears just a little thing, this whole thing is done. We are going to cut over to a moment earlier in the day, farther away from this manor. We see the banks of this river, the River Allura, just flowing down. And we see a gauntlet just grip the dirt, covered in river plant life and mud, pull himself from the river's current, just covered in sludge. He frees himself. He stands. Sir Charles of the Knights of the Morning Lord. And he looks northward towards Wheldon as he has a bit of a trek back to make.
Oh my god. We sent the motherfucker out of the city.
This is probably like early morning too, like probably like 2 a.m. in darkness. He must make this trek backwards towards the city. But he remembers his goal. You see, the Church of the Morning Lord has certain limitations in investigating in the Undercity. The type that can't happen if you have members of the Wheldon Watch by your side. And there's an apartment he needs to check again that he wasn't able to thoroughly search as much as he would have liked the first time. And that's where we'll end.
Oh my god, no. Oh my god.
Hey there, it's me, Chris, again. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of The Strings of Fate. We really hope that you enjoyed it. New episodes go up on Wednesdays and Fridays at 4 p.m. EST, and they get uploaded to Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. So we'd love to see you come back. Until next time, have a great day, and we'll see you later, okay? Bye!